Sports, it's Breakfast with Bob.
Welcome back to day 3, Breakfast with Bob from Kona and Huggo's on the Rocks. My name is Bob Babbitt, brought to you by Master Spas, SFuels Go Longer, HOKA Let's Fly, deboer wetsuits, Form Smart Swim Goggles, Zoot Sports, original triathlon brand, Quintana Premium Plus Sports, and of course our Challenge Athletes Foundation. Our next guest, Sara Svensk from Sweden. How you doing, Sara?
Hi, I'm doing good.
Wonderful. So when I look at this year, you're getting a 6th at Frankfurt and 2nd in World Triathlon long distance race. You happy with your season so far?
A little bit mixed feelings, yeah. It's been a roller coaster season for me, battling some injuries and...
like stress fracture type of things?
Exactly.
That sounds like something you've had for a while.
Yeah, it's a recurrent issue for me. Yeah.
Now growing up, were you a runner?
No, I was not. I always been running for fun, but never competitive.
But were you a swimmer?
No.
No? Cyclist?
No. No, actually horseback riding.
Horseback riding?
Yes.
Very cool. Like Heather Fowl we were just talking to.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was modern pentathlon.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So horseback riding, how did horseback riding lead to becoming a professional triathlete?
Oh yeah, good question. I think I needed something to fill the time. Horseback riding takes a lot of time. You spend hours in the stable.
Yes.
And then my mom introduced me to triathlon, just like, Sarah, you should try this. And I did, and fell in love with the sport.
In the meantime, you're becoming a doctor.
Exactly.
So that's a lot. Getting out, riding, running, and swimming probably was a little therapeutic with all the hard work you were doing, becoming a doctor.
Exactly. You need something to clear your mind.
Yes. Yeah. And when did you realize that you would going to be pretty good at this sport?
I think it was pretty fast actually when I won the Swedish nationals.
That could do it.
That could do it, yeah. Yeah, and then I wanted to see how good I was international and competing against the best.
Yes.
Yeah, and it
put your hair back.
Like that.
Covering your face.
Yeah. Yeah, and I did pretty good. Yeah.
You did.
Slowly but surely I've been better, I would say.
And one of the early races that sticks out for me, Ironman Barcelona 2019, when you swim 56, you ride 4:36, run 2:56, go 8:34.
Yeah.
That was one of those magical days?
Definitely one of the magical days. Yeah. When everything just fits and works perfectly. Yeah.
And you win and you're standing at the top of the podium. And then when you win a race like that, it sort of changes your perception of yourself.
Definitely.
You felt like, okay, if I can win here, why can't I win other places as well?
Exactly, yeah. It's a confidence boost and you know what the body's capable of doing.
And that year, 2019, was a great year because you also win Ironman Austria, you win Challenge Denmark, at 5th at Elsinore, 10th at 70.3 Worlds in Nice, and then the world shuts down in 2020.
Yeah.
So you're coming off your best ever season, and then the world shuts down. How tough was that for you to deal with?
In the beginning, it was quite tough because, like you said, I felt like I was really on the rise and my body was healthy. I was healthy. I was in a good place.
Yes.
And then, boom.
Done.
Everything shuts down. Dark, yeah. And then I went back to doing a lot more medical work.
Right.
Yeah.
And then 2021, when you come back, you win Ironman Cozumel.
Yeah.
Which is a huge win with a 47-minute swim and 4:33, 2:58, 8:22.
Yeah.
That's when you start realizing I can play with the best in the world.
Exactly.
But here in Kona, you were injured was it last year?
Yes.
Last year you had stress fracture, and so you finished swim bike?
Yeah, last year I finished swim bike, exactly, and half of the run.
You got through half of the run,
yeah.
then realized doing too much damage.
Yeah.
And that's what happened the other time you came here as well.
Yeah, the other time I only finished the swim. So I have finished the swim, then swim bike, and now this year I hope it was swim bike run. So.
Now, it's interesting because a lot of times we talk the heat and the wind and things like that. It really hasn't been that for you. It's been coming in with injuries.
Exactly, yeah.
This year, healthy?
Healthy.
Wow.
Well, I almost dare not
So
to
people
say
have
it.
never really seen you have a race here.
No.
So you're a little bit under the radar. People aren't talking much about you because you came here twice. You didn't finish twice.
Yeah.
But it's not the heat that's been. A lot of times when people don't finish here, it's a heat issue. And you haven't had that.
No.
Because I see when you do Cozumel and Barcelona, those are not cold races. So heat doesn't seem to be an issue for you.
No, I like the heat, so this race actually suits me very well.
Very well.
And I also like the wind. So
You do like the wind?
I do, so I'm hoping for a really windy day on Saturday.
And hot.
And hot and windy, yeah.
So how do you balance being a doctor and training and racing now? Because now you're at the top level.
Yeah, now I'm taking a break from the medical work
Okay.
and focus only on triathlon.
And you're an internist or
general medicine.
general practitioner?
Yeah,
Practitioner,
exactly.
okay.
Yeah.
And what's nice about that, you can always go do that.
Exactly.
And this becomes your little bit of a side hustle where you can be a professional triathlete for as long as you want. What are your ultimate goals in the sport?
I want to perform here in Kona.
This is it, right?
Yeah. I love Kona, and I feel that I have unfinished business with this
You
race.
do have unfinished business. Actually, business hasn't really started yet because you really gotten into the run feeling like I can run. Because I'm betting when you got into the run last year, you knew at some point you were going to have to stop.
Yeah.
So this year, what are your goals?
I always aim high, but I don't really dare to say it out loud because I'm not. Yeah, I'm not sure about how I will perform, actually.
You want to get to the finish line.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that you get your name called at the finish, just like a lot of the age groupers feel that way. And then if you have that day that you know you can have, when you've gone 8:34 and you've gone in the 8:20s, you know you can be a factor here.
Yeah, like physically, I know I can be among the top girls here. No doubt about it, but everything has to click on the day. Yeah.
That Barcelona race, you won by more than 15 minutes and set a course record.
Yeah.
It's when you finish a race like that, you sort of start writing down everything you did that day and say, okay, I do that in every race and make sure that I do that for that next race.
Exactly. Control what you can control and repeat that. Yeah.
And then what happens, you do all that and it doesn't work the next time you race.
Yeah.
Like it.
That's how it is.
And do you spend a lot of time on the island here? Because it takes so long to get here?
Yeah, I've been here for 3 weeks. Yeah.
So you're a native?
Almost. I wish I was.
What's your favorite part of the island?
I love actually Captain Cook area. Yeah.
We go play out by Two Steps and City of Refuge. And the water is so blue out there. Yeah. It's just spectacular.
It's amazing. Yeah.
And since you got into the sport has gotten so deep from the women's perspective. There's so many great athletes here. And I'm sure you've raced most of the top athletes who are here. And when you look at it, when you go into a race, do you think about, okay, Annie Hawk, think about the top athletes and where you want to be in association with them, out of the water, on the bike, or is it more, I'm just focusing on myself?
It's a little bit of both. Of course, you have like tactics and you know where you want to be after the swim, so you have a good group to bike with,
right.
And that. But then it's also you need to find your own focus,
right?
But then you also need to pay attention to the others. So it's a little bit of a mix, I would say. Yeah.
So with the stress fractures, is that something you feel you've got under control now? Because you're a medical person, so it's sometimes people who are medical folks, they get injuries and they would tell somebody else to do something different than what they do, right? You keep running and you run through it and you injure it again, where you would tell somebody else, don't run.
Exactly. Yeah, it's. I'm trying to not to be my own doctor. Sometimes it's hard, of course. I think we have it under control now. I've been spending a lot of time this year to figure out why I get this, because it's not obvious.
Right.
For some people, you can see all the we call it like the reds, like you have an energy deficit, and
right.
But nothing really fits me when it comes to that. So it's been a struggle to find out why I get these injuries. Yeah.
This year, you feel like you've been able to run pretty injury-free.
Yeah. Yeah.
And knock on wood, no injuries. Yeah. I like it. Very cool.
For now, no injuries.
Well, that's what matters, right? It's Wednesday of race week. They're racing on Saturday. You're ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
Love it. Sara, thank you so much for taking time. Always a pleasure. And have a great race on Saturday. And we will see you at the finish line this year.
Yes, you will. Thank you.
Sara Svensk has been our guest. Poncho Man, take us out.
I wish you were here with me, swimming in the beach in Hawaii, 'cause it's breakfast with Bob.